morning. Today we'd like to present to you Act 2 of the play The Court is in Session
Louder.
by the renowned playwright Vijay Tendulkar. This play revolves around a lady, Miss Leela Banare, who's a school teacher. She's a part of a theatre group that performs courtroom dramas. The other members of this group are Mr. Kashikar, his wife Mrs. Kashikar, their servant Balu Ropte, Karmik, Pomshe and Sukatne. Saman is the local caretaker of the hall in which the action takes place. In order to teach him how a court works, the drama group decides to do a practice session for him. Sukatne, a failed lawyer, plays the role of a lawyer. Mr. Kashikar plays the judge. Pomshe, Karmik, Ropte and Saman are the witnesses. This play brings out the themes of gender stereotypes, sexism and motherhood, which can be seen in this climactic act.
Smoking is injurious to health. None of the actors in this play support or promote smoking. It causes cancer. Smoking kills.
Prisoner Miss Banare, under section number 302 of the Indian Penal Code, you have been accused of the crime of infanticide. Are you guilty or not guilty of the aforementioned crime?
Here they are, masala pan and cigarettes.
A sweet one for me.
A packet of wills for me. Someone, a special pan here. 1 pan, 1 packet of beans. What about you, Kashikar?
A masala pan. I've taken the astringent aspect.
Here, have one, Miss Banare.
What? Yes. I mean, no, thank you.
Why are you so grave all of a sudden? After all, it's a game. It's just a game. Why are you so serious?
Who's serious? I'm absolutely lighthearted. I just got a bit serious to create the right atmosphere. For the court, that's all. Why should I be afraid of a trial like this?
It seems there was some joke just now.
What joke?
No, he made some accusation, Mr. Kashikar, but I didn't quite catch it.
The charge, infanticide.
That's right. What's that?
The crime of killing a newborn child.
Good heavens! A terrible charge. That's exactly what happened in our village. It must be 1 or 2 years ago. The poor woman was a widow.
Is that so? Who was the lawyer on the case? Kashikar, you really picked some charge. A first-class charge. There's no fun in a case without a thundering charge.
Did you notice also, Sukatne, that the question of infanticide is one of great social significance? That's why I deliberately picked it. We consider society's best interests in all we do. Okay, my dad. It wouldn't have mattered if I didn't have it just now. I was just checking to see whether you'd brought it. Come on, Sukatne, make a start. Adikasya adikam phala. Best efforts bring best results. First, by your pick.
Milord, in the interest of the smooth functioning of the matter before this court, I beseech you for an adjournment of a quarter minute so that all present may spit out the pan in their mouths.
Counsel for the accused should present his plea in the matter.
Milord, I strictly oppose the suggestion of my learned friend, the counsel for prosecution. Whereas 10 seconds are enough, my learned friend is asking for 15 seconds. It is clear that my learned friend has an aim of wasting time, which is injurious and troublesome to my client. Therefore, I move that an adjournment of only 10 seconds be granted.
Yes, or else no. Only 9.5 seconds. Is the counsel for the accused able to establish before the court that it is possible to spit out pan in 10 seconds?
By all means.
We must see for ourselves.
Exactly 10 seconds.
Is this a court of law, Karnik, or a spitting contest?
Sir, does the real court truly work like this? Very interesting.
You'll commit contempt of court. Be quiet. Clerk of the court, how long did that take?
Who knows?
I tell you, it was 15 seconds.
There, not 10, but a full 15 seconds. That is a quarter minute. Exactly the time I told you, my lord.
Yes. Now, seeing that more than half a minute of the court's time has been wasted on the research and experimentation on the subject
subject of spitting palm, it is this court's serious decision that the matter before the court should proceed without any further delay. As long as it is done individually and is unoffensive to the court, everyone may of course spit palm. Ha ha! Here, here! Order, order!
Saman, all this about pan and so on is just in fun, you know. Just notice the practices in court. What's important is you have to take the court's permission for everything.
No, of course I'm watching, but
Silence must be observed. Can't shut up at home, can't shut up here.
I was just telling
Let
someone
him
here.
pass, Mrs. Kashika. He's just joking.
So what? Oof, scolding me at every step.
I say Balu. Don't call me Balu. Now, back to infanticide. Prisoner Miss Leela Benare, are you guilty or not guilty of the crime charged against you? Would you admit yourself guilty of it? Order, order. The dignity of the court must be preserved at all costs, or someone will not understand how a court really works. I plead not guilty. I couldn't even kill a common cockroach. I'm scared to do it. How could I kill a newborn child? Rokde, the book for the oath taking. The witness box.
Motherhood is pure.
How do you know?
God, this woman. Motherhood is a sacred thing. There's a great nobility to our concept of motherhood. We consider woman as the mother of mankind. Our culture enjoins us to perpetual worship of her. There is a be thy mother as a god is what we teach our children from infancy.
You've forgotten one thing. There's a Sanskrit proverb. Janani Janmabhumishcha Swargadapi Garyasi. Mother and the motherland, both are even higher than heaven.
And of course, Great Are Thy Favors, O Mother is quite famous. This is all straight out of a school composition book.
In short, woman is a wife for a moment, but a mother forever.
It's alright for now, but you mustn't do that tonight, you know.
alright, but I just couldn't help it. What a line, eh?
It is true, considering this. What would we, respectable citizens, say if a woman were to take the life of the delicate bundle of joy she's born? We would say there is no baser or more devilish thing on earth. And I intend to establish by means of evidence that the accused has done the same vile deed.
I say Balu.
My first witness is the world-famous scientist Mr. Gopal Pongshe. Well, Pongshe, I've suddenly promoted you to world fame, eh? I, G.N. Pongshe, placing my hand upon the Oxford English Dictionary, do hereby solemnly swear that I shall tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Balu, where's the Gita?
I forgot it. I bought the dictionary by mistake. How can I possibly remember?
Poor Balu. Don't pity me, I'm warning you.
Mr. Pongshe, are you acquainted with the accused Miss Benare? Yes, very well indeed. How would you describe her social status? A school teacher, in other words, a school mom.
But I'm still quite young.
Mr. Pongshe, is the accused married or unmarried? To the public eye, she is unmarried.
And to the private eye? Order, Miss Penare. Self-control. Don't forget the value of self-control. Continue. I'll just relax.
Mr. Pongshe, how would you describe the moral conduct of the accused? On the whole, like that of a normal unmarried woman?
How should he know what the moral conduct of a normal unmarried woman is like?
It's obviously different. For example, the accused is a bit too much. A bit too much? What does that mean? It means that she runs after men too much.
Poor man.
Miss Benari, you're committing contempt of court.
How can contempt be committed in this one when the court has gone into that room?
Mr. Pongshe, does the accused have any particularly close relationships with any man? any married or unmarried man? Married or unmarried man?
Yes, with the counsel for prosecution himself and the judge, to say nothing of Balu, Pongshe, or Karnik.
Miss Benari, I'm warning you, there'll be trouble.
In this case, Sukhatme, is there any point in continuing this past trial? Kashif has gone inside. Benari is acting like this. Nobody lets me see.
Even the rehearsals for a play are more serious.
Exactly. What's happened? Sukhatme, continue. Where's my job? Come. Sukhatme, what are you waiting for?
For your nursing to be located, my lord. Mr. Pongshe, how would you describe the behavior of the accused?
Sometimes the accused acts as if she's over her head. For example, this one time, she fixed my marriage with someone. And why go on further? Look at her. She's sticking her tongue out at me like a lunatic.
Good. You may leave now, Mr. Pongshe, the great scientist. Our next witness is Mr. Karnik, the great actor.
Ask.
Mr. Karnik, do you know the accused, Miss Banare?
I think I know the accused.
What do you mean by think, Mr. Karnik?
Think means to consider or feel. There's a dictionary here if you like.
I don't need that. State definitely whether or not you know this lady.
It's strange. Sometimes we feel like we know people, but in fact we don't. Truth is stranger than fiction, you know.
How are you acquainted with her?
Through this group, you see, we do performances of the Living Law Code. She's a member. Yes, I remember it clearly.
What kind of performances are these?
Smash hits.
Mr. Karnik, what in these plays that you perform, what is the description of a mother?
Well, the new ones don't mention them at all. They're all about the futility of life.
That's it. That's what I disagree with. Men should have some purpose in life. Endless is our zeal for striving should be one's motto. A purpose in life. That's what one needs.
Let that pass. Mr. Pongshe, but what is your description of a mother?
A mother is one who gives birth.
Mr. Pongshe, but which definition do you prefer? The woman who protects and preserves her little one, or the one who cruelly strangles to death?
Both are mothers because both have given birth.
But even a bitch gives birth to pups.
Then she is a mother. Who said only humans can be mothers and not dogs?
Foodie for you, Karnik.
Mr. Karnik, how would you describe the moral conduct of the accused?
Nothing important where this trial is concerned.
Nothing, are you sure? Mr. Karnik, have you seen the accused in any compromising situations? Answer yes or no. Yes or no, Mr. Karnik.
Not me, but Rokde has. Me, I don't know a thing.
Good. Thank you very much, Mr. Karnik. You may take your seat now. Mr. Rokde, please enter the witness box. Please enter it.
You're grasping it all, aren't you?
Yes.
Come on, Rokde. No, you'll see. I'll go away. Rokde.
Come on now, Mr. Rokde.
Karnik, what did he see? Who said he saw anything? I was joking, that's all. You pass the buck to me, I pass the buck to him. The game has to go on, hasn't it? Sukhatme then.
Mr. Rokde, you heard Mr. Karnik refer to you while giving his evidence. Can you throw any further light on this subject?
Balu, now give a marvelous, unbroken bit of evidence. If you manage this, you'll get a chance later on in the show. Watch it all, Samak. Watch it carefully.
Come on now, Mr. Rokde. What did you see? Mr. Rokde, take God as your witness and tell us, what did you see?
I saw hell. He's been a buffoon like this from the start. Speak, Balu, speak up. A, B, C. That's enough. I tell you. I went to his house some time ago.
Whose house?
I went to Damle's house. Yes, that's right. I went there in the evening as the night was falling. And there she was, Miss Benare.
Who?
Now laugh, make fun of me. Damle was there. Damle and this Miss Benare.
Is this true or just for the trial?
Come on now, Rokde. What did you see? Mr. Rokde, tell us, what did you see?
Sukha feel this is getting on too personal a level.
No, my lord, not at all.
I don't agree. I'm telling you, what's all this got to do with the trial?
But Benare, why are you getting into such a state? This is just a practice trial.
There's no need at all to drag my private life into this. I can visit whom I like. Damle wasn't eating me up.
Mr. Okre, tell us, what did you see? Miss Benari, don't spoil the mood. Be patient. This game's great fun. Mr. Okre, what did you see?
They were sitting there.
And
What do you mean and? They were sitting there in that room.
what else did you see?
That's all. But I got such a shock sitting there in Damle's room the night falling. What a baby the poor thing is. Then why did your face fall when you saw me? Just explain that. Damle got rid of me without asking me in. He always asks me into the room, you know.
Damle alone knows why he got rid of you. And do you know why you imagine that my face fell? Because Damle snubbed you in front of me. And why should my face fall? It stayed exactly where it should be.
Milord, I submit what the witness Mr. Okre saw, and he alone knows why he stopped there. I submit what he saw to be noted down as evidence. For even an impartial observer can see that Miss Benare's behavior is truly suspicious.
It reveals nothing of the sort. Tomorrow I may be seen in our principal's office. Does that mean my behavior is suspicious? Ha! Our principal is 65.
Milord, I request that this statement too be noted down in evidence as it is very important.
If you like, I'll give you the names and addresses of 25 other people that I'm alone with at times. Does that mean that my behavior is suspicious? Holding a trial, are you? Don't even know the meanings of simple words.
Milord, I request that this statement too to be noted down as evidence as it is very important.
A little while ago, Mr. Samant and I were quite alone together. Go on, note his name down too.
No, this lady behaved in the most exemplary manner. We just talked of magic shows, hypnotism and the like.
This is all a game. It's just a game. Who's taking this trial seriously?
It's all imaginary. All of it.
It's fun, Sukhavne. Do go on.
You may sit down now, Mr. Okre. Mr. Samant, please enter the witness box.
Me? Did you say me?
You just have to answer the...
Questions I'm asked.
How very clever you are.
There are no alternates to remember. This is just a practice trial. The real one is tonight.
That's it. It's at night. I'm not at all scared. I'm just a little confused because I'm new to all this. I'll take the oath just for practice.
All right, Usher Okre.
I think he's gone inside. I'll loot myself. I, Raghunath Bhikaji Samant, do hereby swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. True enough for the trial, I mean. Of course, what's true for the trial is quite false, really. You see, I don't want the sin of falsehood. I'm quite religious. Now, the oath's over. You may go on.
Mr. Samant, are you acquainted with the accused, Miss Benari?
Yes, of course, but not that well. After all, how well can you get to know a person in just 2 hours or so? But I'm acquainted with her. She's a very nice lady.
But is your opinion the favorable impression you formed of her? It cannot be reliable in court, can it?
Yes? No? Why not? My mother used to be able to sum up a person's worth in just 1 minute from his face. Now the poor thing can't see at all. She's grown too old.
Mr. Samant.
Saman?
Mr. Samant, Mr. Okre saw Miss Benare alone in Professor Damle's house.
That's right.
It was quite dark. There was no third person present on this occasion with Professor Damle and Miss Benare. Half an hour later, you reached there.
Why? No! How is that possible? Why? That room's in Bombay and I'm here in this village. Hardly. It's silly. I don't know your Professor Damle from Adam. How could I reach there? What are you up to?
You reached there.
You've got it all mixed up, Counsel.
Mr. Samant, we're taking something granted for the case, that's all. It's all made up. It's all imaginary. Only the accused is real.
There. Now I'm in a mess. Oh, all right. After half an hour I reach there. Then what?
You tell us.
How can I tell you?
Who else can?
That's true. I'll have to. But it's hard. The Prisoner, Professor Damle, room,
It
evening.
was quite dark.
Half an hour after that. In other words, on the college grounds, complete silence.
Go on. So I reached there, eh? I reached there and what happened was the door was locked.
The door was locked.
Yes, the door was locked. Not from the outside, from the inside. I reached there and I banged the door. No, that's wrong. I rang the bell. And the door opened. An unknown man stood before me. Guess who it was? Professor Damle. I was meeting him for the first time, so he would be unknown to me, wouldn't he?
Bravo, Saman, bravo!
Oh, he's giving his evidence beautifully.
Damle stood before me with an annoyed expression on his face. When he saw me, he asked, "Yes, whom do you want?"
He's describing Damle to the life.
I replied, "Professor Damle." He said he's not at home and slammed the door shut in my face. For a moment, I stood there stunned, not knowing if I should go back home or ring the bell again. Just then, from inside the room, I heard a vague sound of someone crying.
Crying?
Yes, an indistinct sound of someone crying. It was a woman.
Yes.
For a moment, he stood there. He means me. I stood there, wondering who it was. You will ask me why I didn't think it was just some female member of Professor Damle's family. Well, from the way the woman was crying, it didn't seem like she was a member of Professor Damle's family. Why? Because the crying was soft. That is, it was secretive. Why would somebody be secretive in her own house? Thinking over all this, I stood there. Just then, I heard some words.
Who spoke?
You're not supposed to ask me. This gentleman. He will ask me. Why the woman in the room, of course.
Do tell us, someone. What did she say?
Not you. That man, the council. will ask me.
Mr. Saman, tell us quick, what did you hear?
Words were, shall I tell it all? If you abandon me in this condition, where shall I go?
Is that really what she said?
How can I tell you?
Then who else can?
No, I'm telling you the professor's answer, Professor Damle's.
Oh,
Where you should go is entirely your problem. I feel great sympathy for you, but I can do nothing. I must protect my reputation. Your reputation? Is that all you care about? How heartless you are, she replied. Nature is heartless, he said.
I see.
Amazing.
If you do this, I shall be forced to kill myself, she said. Then do that. I also have no choice. If you kill yourself, I shall be in torment.
Simply thrilling.
But remember that this threat will not make me budge an inch from my considered course of action. Bear it in mind, she replied, that you will not escape the guilt of murdering two. I'm wrong. No, I'm right. Two living beings. And then came a terrifying laugh.
That's enough! Order! It's a lie! A complete lie!
Of course it is. So?
Even if it is, it's an effective one.
Do go on, Saman.
But what's the matter?
Not a word of it. This is true. Stop!
Quite right.
It's all made up. It's a lie.
But Miss Banare, your conscience is clear. Why are you flying into such a rage?
You've all deliberately ganged up on me. You've plotted against me.
No, you've got it wrong, madam.
Do go on, Mr. Saman.
If you say another word, I'll go away.
I can't find the page. I'll just find the page and let you know.
My lord, as the occurrence speaks so vividly for itself, I submit whatever has been said so far as evidence.
But whatever really happened to her?
Keep quiet. What happened, Sukatme? Do tell us.
That is the mystery. And I think we know the answer to this mystery.
What?
Well, children, the conclusion's obvious. Even though what Mr. Saman said came out of a book, it holds water.
You mean Miss Banare and Professor Da?
Yes, beyond a shadow of doubt. There's no question about it.
Ayyo!
All along. Sukatme, under these circumstances, I think the trial should continue.
Yes, my lord. My lord, let the accused herself be summoned to the witness box.